All right, welcome back to another episode of Jagans and Drag Clarks. I am your DM, Corey. We're going through the Rise of Tiamat campaign, Take 2. Last week, we met our new party where they sat in on another Council of Waterdeep and were informed through rumors and exposition from Daggalt Neverember that the face of the world had changed greatly since the expiration of the last party. That being said, the Council of Waterdeep had received word from a cultist who claimed to be regretting his involvement with the cult, and that he had or the Blue Dragon that he would give to the party in exchange for rescuing him from Xonthal's tower, because he knows that having sent this letter, he is likely to be discovered and shortly killed. The party arrived at the town of Xonthal's tower, which is a village surrounding the tower that is surrounded by a hedge maze. After some asking around and testing things out, the party deduced that the only way to get to the tower was through the hedge maze. Entering the maze, you guys were sort of thrown into what seemed to be weird, small causal loop spaces where the shadow on a sundial is your only clue on which way to go. You guys went through path A at the first sundial and arrived at a second sundial whose shadows from the Namen were pointing at Route A and Route C. You guys went down Route C, where you fought some chuls, which are some disgusting lobster people that tried to drown you at the bottom of a 50-foot pool. You guys figured out the key to leaving there was grabbing the garnet gemstone, and you went back to the main area and started down path A again. After you guys had walked down path A for a couple minutes, I'm going to read you guys the description again, and we'll get kicked off here. So you emerge from the path into an area far larger than any open area you expected to encounter in the maze garden. This rectangular space must be 90 feet across, with its far side almost 150 feet away. It looks like a boulder-strewn pasture, with a large pond to one side and a fenced vegetable garden and oversized cottage on the other. Sheep graze in the pasture, tended by a pair of cyclopses, but none of them are moving. They all appear frozen in time. All right, guys. So what do you want to do?
Can we see the far end of the pasture?
Yes.
And from the map, it looks like it's just another opening into the returning back to the maze. Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
The way into the tower is through this pool.
Is there a garnet floating above the little waiting pond to our southwest?
Make a perception check.
10. 5 plus 5.
You do not see one floating at the pool. In fact, as you look around, you don't see a gemstone anywhere.
Okay.
What about in the Cyclops?
You do not see a gemstone anywhere right now.
Are you doing a BCS on the Cyclops to really make sure?
A BC, body cavity search. That's pretty good.
I call not it. Sorry, you're the only other doctor here, newbie.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah. What's your skill rating on exploratory surgery? So, other than these Cyclops being frozen,
And
is there just their icon looks like it was frozen in battle, or do they actually look to us like they were frozen in battle?
Everything here appears to be frozen in time.
Just in time.
Like it's status.
Like you walked in, and instead of ripples in the pool, sheep grazing and bleeding, and cyclopses going about their business, you walk in and everything is completely still. No breeze, no ripples in the pool, nothing.
I want to move my arm up and down and see if it feels any different or if I notice anything happening to me.
You do not notice anything happening to you. No, everything for you seems to be moving normally.
Who's closest to the goat? What do you see?
Either of those characters could tell you that they see goats that look like they're paused mid graze.
Not breathing at all or anything.
I want to see if it's actually stuffed.
Okay, so you move and hop over the fence?
Yeah.
Okay. As soon as you take a step forward and start to reach out to hop over the fence, everything in here springs to life. The goats start moving and grazing. The cyclopses, you hear, none of you speak giant, so you hear some voices coming out of the cyclopses, and they look to be chatting with each other.
Do they notice this shit?
I'm going to jump back over the fence.
Okay. You guys watch as the cyclopses notice you guys, look to each other. They exchange some words that you can't hear or understand, and then they play some sort of game that looks a lot like parchment shears rock paper scissors. One of the cyclops loses, and both of them start to walk towards you.
Quick, let's pretend we're frozen, and then hopefully they'll get bored and leave us alone.
So when the cyclopses get to about here, about 20 feet away from you guys, the cyclops that appears to have lost the game scoops up a small boulder from the ground, gestures towards the party. He then looks downfield and heaves the boulder 100 feet, where it bounces and rolls another 20 feet. Both of them turn to look at you guys expectantly.
They're still looking at us, aren't they?
He threw the rock at us?
No.
Oh.
So they walked towards you guys, grabbed a boulder, and then heaved it. Here, I'll put a boulder on
The
it.
other way? Okay.
Yes, downfield.
Like a wind shot?
I thought they were trying to play catch for a minute.
So the boulder,
They
it
want
went.
us to engage in some sort of game with them.
Well,
All right. I'll give it a try.
yeah. I do have the potion of growth, which will allow you to be like enlarged for 1d4 hours. Do you want it? Sit there and even the playing field a little bit through the wonderful magic of steroids?
So Darius, as you start to look at the boulders at this end of the field appear to be like the ones that you see are about 2 feet in diameter. And as you try to like pick one up, it seems your best guess it weighs around 500 pounds.
Okay, I didn't follow that at all for some reason. What weighs 500 pounds?
The boulder.
That he heaved?
It looks to be similar in size to the one that he threw, but there's just boulders strewn across the ground in this area.
Well, I obviously can't do anything about that.
Well, I can give you the potion of growth. You go a size level up and see if that helps us out.
Should I heave a fireball?
I don't think we should waste that potion on this situation right now.
Yeah. Dorian, is there any way you can make it look like we're throwing a boulder?
I'm not sure. I can make one of us seem dead. Does that help?
It's your really useful ideas that really make me proud to work with you day in and day out.
Oh, you're proud of me?
So, Corey, these Cyclopses aren't threatening him whatsoever.
Nope. Do you hang on a sec.
What if I pick up a rock, like say the biggest one I think I can heave, and then just kind of look at the Cyclops and see if he approves of whether or not I use that or not.
So as you look around, Darius, the boulders at this end of the field are all at least 2 feet in diameter and about 500 pounds.
Are there any pebbles around?
So you want to find like a smaller rock, like a pretty big rock, but you want to try to chuck that.
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
something a little more like bowling ball sized. Yeah,
Okay.
I know what's bowling, but just something where I make an attempt anyway.
Yeah, go ahead. Just make a quick. Actually, what's your passive investigation?
Passive investigation 14.
14. All right. So it takes you a few minutes, but you start looking around and you find a boulder about the size you want. Now go ahead and make a strength, an athletics check to see how far you can throw it.
27.
27. So you guys watch as Darius grabs his bowling ball's piece of rock, kind of moves it around a little bit, eventually gets it up on his shoulder, and you see him hurl the rock, and it goes pretty far. I would say it goes pretty close. It actually lands in the impact crater from the first boulder that the Cyclops threw, and you see it roll through and kind of spit out the side and hit the ground and keep rolling a bit. So after that, Darius, kind of put your hands on your hips, like, yeah, I did it. And the Cyclopses look at you, and then they indicate to one of the bigger boulders.
All right, I have an idea here, and everyone, I'm going to need any rope that we have.
Here you go.
Sweet deal. So around one of the boulders, I tie one of the ropes around the boulders, make sure that it stays nice and taut. And the next rope, I sit there and tie it so it comes up kind of like a hammer from track and field.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to drink the potion of growth to make me grow in size.
Okay.
And then I'm going to just sit there and pretend I'm qualifying for nationals in the hammer toss.
All right. What does the potion of growth do for does it do anything for your strength?
It has the same effect as the enlarge spell for 1d4 hours.
Has the same effect as the enlarge spell?
Yes.
Okay, let me take a look at that real quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I probably should do the same as well.
Is anyone else doing anything while Perry is trying to hurl this rock?
I'm gonna put on my hat of disguise and make
Okay.
myself look like a Cyclops. Like,
You, in fact, look like a small Cyclops.
Does Crispin hear any of this going outside?
Yeah. So Crispin, as you basically once JD started moving, Crispin, you became unfrozen.
No.
So you are. Sorry. I was waiting to see if someone was going to go in the cottage or if you were going to speak up first and see what happens. So, Crispin, you are in the cottage, which is just south of the goat pasture.
Uh-huh.
You start moving as though you never stopped moving, but in your mind, go ahead and make an intelligence check for me.
Let's see. That is a 5 plus 2, so 7.
7.
But I actually have oh no, never mind. That's a saving throw, so it doesn't count. So yep, 7.
Okay. So you're not really sure, but you feel like it's kind of like when you're positive that it's a Friday, but it's actually Monday. You got this like sort of like minimal time dilation thing going on.
Being sober is the craziest shit I've ever felt.
And you did hear a large boulder hitting the ground and rolling. You heard the shouts of a human as another large rock was chucked. Perry, to answer our question, it looks like you have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
And I am doubled in all dimensions.
Yes.
And I now qualify as a large creature,
ladies.
which is my body has now matched my ego for the next 2 hours.
All right. So charged by ego. Crispin, was there anything that you wanted to do with the information that you've got now?
Do I know the Cyclopses at all?
Do you speak giant?
I do not. I speak common and orc.
You don't know them. You just know that they spend their times tending to the goats in this pasture, and that really seems to be all they care about doing.
Okay.
Don't we have a Goliath in the party?
No, we killed him.
There used to be. He died. All right, Perry, go ahead and I want you to make a athletics check with advantage. But because you tied the rope to the rock to create a mechanical advantage, I want you to add your proficiency bonus again if it doesn't already applied.
Sweet
So if
deal.
you're not proficient in athletics, you are proficient for this throw. And if you are, then you essentially have expertise for this check.
Went from +3 to +7. That ends up becoming 19.
19. All right. You guys watch as Giant Perry, he went from being a man-sized person to he is now like 13 feet tall, and he's wide. He's just huge. All of his stuff grew with him, and he is just massive. You see him pick up this rope that he tied to the boulder, spins around a few times, and you hear the boulder woof, 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 and it flies off. I want you, Perry, roll 2d100 and give me the combined number.
So 2 D100s
Mhm.
and combine them both.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're rolling like a d200.
So I rolled a 94 and a 44.
Okay. So Perry, you and the party, you guys see, and Crispin, you actually would like walk out of the cottage as you see this huge boulder with this little rope flying behind it as it goes through the air like a Nerf ball. And you see the boulder, it hits a good like 30-40 feet past where the Cyclops' boulder hit.
And
it
total
rolls
was 138, by the way.
Right. And you see it roll and come to rest beyond the boulder that the Cyclops threw.
Well,
As
there,
that
sports
happens,
fans, it's going to be a great day.
take advantage, inspiration,
All right.
because it's one of my favorite Dr. Cox quotes. So as your boulder comes to a rest, there's kind of a stillness now. The dust starts to settle. Everyone can see that the boulder has passed the Cyclops' boulder, and then you start to hear, and the boulder that Cyclops threw just splits open, and there, floating in the air where it used to be centered in the boulder, is a topaz gemstone.
Dibs.
While that happens, to make sure we don't lose all of our rope, I start untangling it from the boulder,
Okay.
and dispersing that back to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So the Cyclops don't appear threatening.
Nope. I will tell you, so now that you guys, so the Cyclopses, if anyone spoke giant, they would explain to you that they're interested in playing this game with you, and that's about it.
And if we don't play the game,
Then you don't leave.
then we don't leave.
Right. I mean, basically, if you guys instead of finding the topaz had tried to do what you did at the pool and just walk past, you guys would have come back into the same pasture.
And now that we got the topaz, we played the game and won technically.
Yep.
So we can move forward.
Well,
Yep.
we'll find out.
Good job, Dr. Perry.
Oh my God! Finally, people who don't speak giant. Hello. Who the hell are you people?
You guys see a half orc dressed in leather armors with a bow on his back. You don't recognize him, but there's a little tugging kind of in the back of your head where there's a slight ping of recognition.
Did you try to take drugs from me?
Quite possible. I don't remember everyone I've tried to take drugs from, but you look like the sort.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
No, I don't have any drugs. I'm sorry.
damn, you remind me of a lot like this guy I used to know. He said the same thing.
Did he look like me, but only about 6 feet tall?
I don't remember.
Because
Like
if
I
so, that's
said.
still me.
By the way, as Perry is talking, you just hear it's booming. It's like, does he look like me?
Which is what I would sound like if I was at 100% on everybody's Discord.
So, what the hell is this place, and how the hell did you guys get here?
Could ask you the same thing.
Well, I thought I saw a dragon, and you know me, I'm always chasing the dragon. I chased him to here and woke up a few months later in this cottage and figured it was just the Jones.
Newbie, I am almost certain he's trying to score drugs from us.
I
literally
definitely
said-
am. I just asked you for them.
Yeah, hide your prescription pad.
as a
Whoa,
point of
you guys got
lore,
the good stuff.
as just a little lore nugget, Crispin actually got lost here in the maze when wandering home, sort of, from the Serpent Hills when he suddenly remembered that he had left the oven on when he left on the adventure some months ago. Because I don't know if you were here for that.
I'm pretty sure he burned down his village now.
I don't know if
Whoa.
you were here for that or not, Jay, but yeah, Crispin failed to save on a UNT suggestion spell, and Hagrid heard him muttering something about having left the oven on as he just turned around and left from Didarius's tomb.
It was about half a month later that I realized ovens don't exist yet. So
It's one hell of a suggestion. I kind of wish I had access to that spell now.
So as you guys sort of are rejoicing meeting with Crispin, the Cyclopses both go back to their respective tasks, cleaning up, moving boulders out of the way so that they can continue to till the land, tending to their goats, things
it
like
was
that.
nice meeting you. You should really learn common.
If any of you
Yes,
speak
yes.
giant.
Well, it's nice meeting you and all, but let's continue on.
Well, do you guys know how to get out of this fucking place? Because I've been stuck
We know how
frozen.
not to go. We know what we can't do.
Yeah, it's actually through the water here. Last time Newbie here went into the water, he got a whole bunch of free stuff.
A whole bunch of what?
Free stuff.
I jump in the water.
Um,
Well, we
All
had
right.
an extra person.
you are wet. As you so do you dive in or do you like jump in cannonball style?
That's cannonball style.
I got to go belly flop.
Swan dive.
So you see,
Swan
you
dive.
see Crispin takes off at a run, jumps up, grabs his knees, and Crispin, you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you smash your tailbone on the bottom of this pond.
Where's my free stuff?
You guys see as there's a huge splash of water, and as it falls down, there's just a half orc sitting in a pool of water. It appears as the pool is maybe about 3 feet deep in parts.
Screaming, "Oh, my coccyx!"
What?
My patella.
Thakjima, you see him. He shakes his head, says something about stupid fleshies, and he starts walking towards the
It's gonna be
far
hell
path.
on my leather.
So for Crispin, for your understanding, the guy who is the token that looks like a lizard, he is a lizard folk ranger, and he does not appear to mince words.
Okay. And are the rest of the people humans? Do I have?
So there is,
halfling.
yeah, there is a halfling. There is
Foaling.
2 humans and a pointy-eared half-elf wizard.
Okay.
Hey guys,
Don't be a hater on the ears.
guys, can we make stealth
Look,
checks?
I'm just
as we do
perpetuating
this?
the racism of Dungeons and Dragons. You know.
Hey, can we make stealth checks here? I'm afraid
To
these
sneak
boulders.
past the Cyclopses.
Well,
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, I guess I should tell you guys I am fairly good at sneaking despite my size.
Hey, what's the sound my armor's making as I come down here trying to sneak?
It is, instead of clinks, it's more clunks.
Sound like a church bell. Gong, gong.
Yes. All right. So as you guys leave this area, you walk. This is a pretty short walk this time, but you let's get everyone together here for me at the bottom.
We can assume that the enlarged spell has worn off.
How long is that? How much time does that take?
It's I rolled 2 on a 1d4, so it lasted for 2 hours.
2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so it would still be going on then. It's
Well,
not
then
been that long.
you can just take turns giving us all piggyback rides for 2 hours.
I
wanna-
start climbing up him.
So you are now riding Perry as though he was a ent. All right. So you guys are back
What
up
are the
in
rules for mounted combat?
You guys
Perry's
are up in the
not
top
having
left.
it, but at the same time he is.
You guys
You
are
have
up in the
no
top
idea
left
how long
corner
I've dreamed of this, Perry.
This still doesn't
you're in
count
the-
as a hug.
So you guys are in the top left corner of the map. You are entering. You see a sundial in a familiar sundial in a familiar area with 8 paths leaving. You are again entering from path E.
And those are still the marks.
There are no marks. Oh, I mean, sorry. The shadow. Yes, the shadows of the Namen are still pointing at path A and path C.
All right. So, next thing to rule out here. So, what if we went in the opposite direction of what the shadows went? Because we went to each of the ones where the shadows showed us, and nothing's changed. So, what if it's trying to tell us to go against it? And that the rules will change each time we come back here.
It's an intriguing notion.
What about that magic rock you guys just grabbed?
We have 2 of those.
Yeah, who's got the
I'm all for
topaz?
trying this way.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You've got 2 magic rocks?
Not those kind of magic rocks.
Crispin,
Damn it, I find the worst partners.
yeah, Crispin, when
I'll
you say
show
that, you're
something
supposed to
really
grab your
cool
junk.
later.
Sorry, Albus. What were you trying to say?
I said it's an intriguing concept. I enjoy a good mystery. I say we try going the opposite way.
Yeah, I do too.
Spot, so to speak.
Coom, 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 coom.
All right. Let's see.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. Who's the best doctor in this dump?
I don't hear JD going wee by any chance, do I?
It's more eagle.
I'm the world's most giant doctor.
I'm just like you, only giant.
The entire time, there's a sullen look on my face, like I just went into my own little world. And in my ears, I only hear the crashing of waves.
Oops. Crap. All right. So now you guys will be moved to. There's a small area down here. It's just at the bottom of where the Cyclops area was.
I think we chose
So-
the right one.
Wait,
So
said
you
we're back
guys
there?
see, what's that?
Did you say we went back there?
No, so I'm sorry, on the large map area that is blacked out, the area you guys are in is the area that's just below the Cyclops pit. As far as spatially, where does this exist in the maze? It's the same as usual, especially for your own. I mean, you are riding on Perry now, so you might be able to see over the hedges a little bit. But as far as you guys can tell, this shit is fucking random. So as you guys walk, you walk for 3 minutes, and ahead you see a bubbling fountain filling the pathway. Large, bright flowers grow in the hedges on both sides of the fountain, each blossom shimmering in the light. The air smells particularly fresh and sweet here.
Can I do a nature check on the flower?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a nature check.
Can I check out the fountain?
That's a 15.
A 15?
Yep.
So you notice, Crispin, immediately that the shimmering of the flowers actually comes from a large pearl set into each one. But based on that nature check, you also notice that the flowers have, nature's sort of typical warning colors.
I'm gonna try to take a pearl out of the one directly in front of me. It's just
Okay,
my nature.
hang on just a second.
Okay,
Albus, you wanted to check out the fountain. What are you looking for specifically, so I kind of know what check to have you make?
Seeing if there's one of those gems around there.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Jesus. Investigation. Yeah. I have a 14.
Okay. So as you look around, you see that the fountain, it appears mostly in this area that it sort of feeds these plants. You don't notice any signs of any precious gemstones like you guys have seen with the garnet and the topazes in the previous areas. As you finish investigating, Albus, you're about to decide whether you want to share this discovery with the party or not. You see the half orc pluck one of the pearls out of the flowers. And you see this area, the plants, they all appear to become quite agitated. Start lashing out at anything they can reach.
I slowly place the pearl back.
Before you do that, or while you're doing that, let's everybody let's roll initiative.
Oh, good.
And I will roll for Mr. Thakjima.
Oh, that is a.
I rolled a classic cleric
Woo!
number.
I rolled a 5. Beat that.
Crispin coming back with a vengeance.
All right, guys. So, who got between 20 and 25?
21.
All right.
Ouch. Is that adjusted?
Sorry?
I was asking Dr. Perry Cox.
It is adjusted, yes.
That's pretty bad. Dude.
I think it's perfect for a cleric.
Was that who just said something to me?
I did.
Oh, what did you say?
I got a 5.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll get to that in a second. I'm going by brackets. So 20 to 25. I've got Crispin at a 21, and he is going to go first. All right, 15 to 20. Ouch. All right, 10 to 15.
Continued ouch.
Sorry, 15.
15. All right. All right, and then 5 to 10. I've got Perry at a 9, Albus at a 5. Darius, what are you at?
7.
7. All right. Thakjima. I need to look really quick. He has pretty good. I didn't pull up his character sheet yet. I think he might be in the ouch range with JD.
Mhm.
Emerald Enclave reppin'.
Look, I should be moving slower. I'm Got so much more muscle I have to, activate now.
All right. JD, you're ahead of Thok. Darius, what was yours again? I'm sorry.
7.
7. Okay. Hootie with a 7 and Albus pulling up 3.
Oh, you got it in there finally.
Wow.
I write down, so Crispin is CR, JD, TJ, Cox, Hoot, and Alb.
Right away, I start singing, "Hold my hand."
All right.
It's only going to be a couple of sessions till we start singing Wagon Wheel.
Right. Crispin, you are up, sir.
Well, I would like to use my bonus action to put the pearl back.
Okay.
I found it.
All right.
Are the plants still angry?
Mm-hmm.
I shrug and I take a rapier to the closest one.
Okay. All right.
Would I have sneak attack on this?
You would.
Since I have Albus next to me? No.
Because Albus is not within 5 feet of the enemy.
The plant. Okay. That is a 9 plus 9, 18 to hit.
18 to hit will hit.
All
It is a
right.
plant.
And that is not much damage. That is 8 damage.
All right.
Or no, I'm sorry. That is 10 damage. I was doing the
Okay.
modifier. Plus 5.
All right. Is that it, Crispin?
I'll use my free action to say, don't take the pearls. They don't seem to like that.
All right. Okay, so the plants are going to go first against you, Crispin. This plant is going to make a multi-attack. The sort of flowering part of the plant is going to make a bite attack at you. And then 2 tentacle attacks. So the bite is a 23 to hit.
Yep.
All right. So that is 6 piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
And my Constitution saving throw, that's a 4. My save is plus 5, so 9.
9. Okay, so Crispin, you are now poisoned.
Is it a good kind of poison?
Unfortunately not.
Does he at
So
least
let's
trip
see.
balls?
All right. So every okay. All right. So you are poisoned. You don't know what it do right now. It's basically you have a disease. It's not a standard poison where it's disadvantage on ability checks. All right. Against
makes a mental note to bite that tree back.
Does a 21 hit you?
It does.
Okay. So then you also get hit with a tentacle, one of the vines, and that is for 10 bludgeoning damage and 4 piercing damage. And you are also grappled.
Wow.
So
My bad, guys. In my
All right.
defense, the pearl was shiny.
okay, that's it for that one.
Short
Albus,
version.
the one to your north, is going to make a multi-attack against you.
But I didn't
Does
Pearl.
right? Basically, touching the pearl animated the plants.
You're guilty by association. You got to get used to that when you travel with Crispin.
Once.
Yes, sorry. I wanted to double check that. Yeah, basically it says if any of the flowers are attacked or if a character tries to remove a pearl from a flower, all 12 flowers attack any enemy they can reach. That's a 19, Albus, to hit you with the bite.
Yeah.
Yep, all right. All right, so that is also 6 piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Hey, all right, I got people for you.
Yeah, holy crap, I can see you too, Darius. I actually can see everyone has a camera on, and I'm a little sad that Crispin doesn't have his on.
Well,
He doesn't want to show this robe yet.
Did you say 15, Albus?
I'll put it on. I am wearing a robe.
I said it.
Let me refresh, Roo.
What was the total, Albus? Sorry.
8.
8. Okay. You also have contracted this strange flower disease. Does an 18 hit you for the tentacle attack?
No, I still have that mage spell on. Mage armor.
Mage armor? Okay. So then that is it for that one.
Oh, goody. I only got a disease.
Yeah. Okay, come on
I
now.
hear that in the free clinic all the time.
Shit. Of course, the second that I get everyone's cameras, Roll20 decides it wants to start being a dick. Shit. Okay.
Your sights aren't doing so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a rough one.
I'm not
Okay.
getting it because the Eagles played like crap against the Bears.
And the Saints blew out the Eagles 5 weeks ago.
Yeah, but that's
Fucking
before Nick
Nick
Foles
Foles.
decided to actually, be playoff Nick Foles.
Right? We were playing Carson Wentz. Who'd have thunk?
Yeah, there are two things in this world that you should always believe in. First is playoff Rondo. The second is playoff Foles.
Indeed. And yeah. Playoff Rondo's a dick, though.
Well, when he's not your teammate.
Yeah. I still remember him throwing Heinrich into the scorer's table
Mm-hmm.
back in the day.
All right. Now I gotta relaunch all that stuff.
You're just trying to get him to high ground, man.
Darius, can you measure for me really quick? Are you within 10 feet of a plant?
Yes.
Okay. So is that the one to the south?
Yes.
All right. That one is going to make a multi-attack against you with its tentacles because it can't reach with anything else. One is going to miss you, but the other one is a 24 to hit.
Yep.
All right. So that is 9 bludgeoning damage and 5 piercing damage, and you are considered grappled. Now, if you are within 10 feet of a plant, that means that Thakjima is also within 10 feet of a plant, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so same deal to him. I think both of those are going to hit. That's a 18 and a 21. Oh, cool. It restored all my pages. Fantastic. Yes, both of those do hit Thakjima, so he's going to take 6 bludgeoning damage and 6 piercing damage for 12. And that's another 10, so 22 total damage to Thakjima. And he is also grappled.
Wow.
This
These
is
are
going
very
swimmingly.
good plants. Yes.
About as
Maybe someone
swimmingly
just
as my
do like a
Roll20
mass
goes right
fire
now.
spell. Who's not grappled? Raise your hand.
I
I'm
grip
on
him.
top of the giant.
How tall are these plants?
Hang on. When I came back into the Roll20 game, a bunch of the chapters were missing, so I gotta come back in.
Yeah, I gotta reload the Roll20 page as well.
So that's it for the plants, actually. So JD, you're
Thank
up.
God.
All right. I'm going to cast Tidal Wave all along the top row there.
Okay.
So like I get 30 feet by 10. So like, yeah.
Okay. So you're casting it along the top wall so as to miss Albus.
Yes.
Okay. And what does that require from moi? Some sort of saving throw that I need
yes.
to look up what it is, I'm assuming.
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I don't need to look that one up. All right. So that is going to be 6 saving throws. What is your spell save DC?
17.
17. That first one passes. Second one passes. Third one.
It's 30 feet long, so I can only get 4 of them.
Okay. The fourth one failed.
So only one failed?
Yeah, sorry.
Dang.
I rolled a 17,
they
a
were
20,
plants.
and a 19.
The plants would be sitting ducks. Well, it's
Right.
I rolled 27 on the damage.
Okay. So the last one
the failed
takes
takes 27 bludgeoning and is knocked prone if a plant can be knocked prone.
Okay.
Then half damage, not knocked prone for the successful.
Okay. So that's going to be 13 damage to the ones that saved. All right. Sorry about the technical issues, guys.
No biggie.
All right. And then I'm going to cast Infestation, which is a cantrip, on the this guy.
The one that's holding Crispin?
Yes.
Okay.
So that is a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Give me a sec. Well, it was 27 damage, right?
Yes.
Okay. Constitution saving throw. All right. It's probably not going to do it. No. 14 fails.
Okay, so there's 12 poison damage. And then if it can move, can it move?
No, they can't move.
Okay, never mind. It was going to do something else.
Yeah, but sorry.
So you are actually seeing this is something that I'm noticing too. You guys are seeing that especially after the tidal wave, you guys are seeing that a lot of the all 12 of the plants are starting to sort of droop together. It appears as though they're all connected.
Interesting.
That leaves us with Thakjima.
Am I still grappled after it took that damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Thakjima. He's gonna pull out his oath bow. Looks very
I got one of those too.
yeah, very familiar to you, Crispin. And he's gonna shoot in between those two plants to use his horde breaker. Or sorry, no, that's not what it is. He has the volley. That's what it is. It's any number of creatures within 10 feet. So actually, if he shoots at this one, 10, but not to those ones. Okay. Yeah. So still 2. Sorry. Got excited for him. And they're too big for it to hit 3 of them. Okay. So yeah, and he's going to use Colossus Slayer on the front one. So let's see. Okay, so he has to roll for both. Whew, not good. Sorry, Thok. So it's a 13 and a 17. Oh, wait. Shit. I did it again. I have to roll the dice that I use for characters. Okay, that's better. Both of those hit. So against the first one, it's going to be 2d8 because of the Colossus Slayer. All right, so that's 12. 18 damage against this one. And then it's going to be 10 damage against the second one, which actually kills all of the flowers. You see them all shrivel up, and basically now you can pluck the pearls out without any issue.
So the flowers are gone, but the plants are still there.
So the sort of warning colored flowers that Crispin noted before have just like withered and wilted, and so they're gone. But the large plant root structure is still there. That way the pearls are still accessible.
Am I still feeling poisoned?
You and Elvis, yes, you do still both feel sick. You don't feel right. You're released from the grapple, not the poison. Everyone is released from their grapples. All right. So yeah, now you guys are able to snag a pearl.
Dr. Clark Cox sneezes and then looks around. Is like, oh, it's done already. Sorry, bigger nose, bigger sneeze.
I'm sorry, did you say you're a doctor? Have you ever noticed me and your actual friend are kind of both poisoned as hell over here? You wouldn't mind taking a look?
We'll come for you later.
Okay.
Newbie. Keep our friends and, well, wouldn't say friends, more like people we know. I wouldn't say people we know. I'd say people not actually trying to kill us alive as much as we can.
Tools to keep us alive.
Just fine.
Yep. I'll take since Crispin has appeared to ask for help. I'll do a medicine check on his condition.
Okay.
That would be a 15.
15.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know exactly what the strain of this poison is, but it does appear as though it is working its way towards slowly sapping the life force out of those infected.
Well, I could have told you that.
Yeah. Well,
Are you a doctor like Dr. Dre's a doctor, or?
Yeah. Well, what I'll do then is I'll just, as he says that, slap him in the back of the head while casting lesser restoration.
Okay.
And then I'll do this great thing in medicine called a follow-up exam.
Bend over.
No, that's you because you're over the age of 40.
Ouch.
Well, I'm assuming your character is.
Okay. Yeah, I will say lesser restoration does appear to have cured Crispin's illness.
Good, because I rolled a 25.
Well, has anybody got an extra one of those?
For you, buddy, $20. As I just sit there and I do that, and I'll slap him in the hands, casting lesser restoration again. And follow-up exam.
He's good.
Thank you.
Dirty 20. Now you see, guys, this engine here, it doesn't run on fuel. It runs on props. And in order to keep us going, I'm going to need everybody to say my name with me. JD, start us up. Cox. Cox. Cox.
Cox. Cox. Cox. Wait, is no one else doing it?
I'm going to be honest. He's not paying attention if it's happening or not. He's just going away chanting his own name.
How many pearls can I snag?
There are 12.
Wait. No. I tried to take the pearls and the plants attacked me, just to let you know.
Yeah, but the flowers are dead now.
Irrelevant.
No, I think that has great relevance.
No. You got to learn from history. You take it once and they attack you, you take them again.
Anyone
I know things.
Because I could use them.
I just grab the plant and the pearl all at once and see if I can get all 12 to come up through the ground.
Make a strength check.
I got advantage on those still. So that's +3. I rolled a 16 +3 and a natural 20 +3.
Wow. Okay. You actually see along the south. Which side did you grab? North or south?
North.
North. So you actually see as Perry reaches down and grabs the plant sort of low around the stalk, and he pulls up. You actually see and you hear bloop, 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 the 6 plants on the south side go under the ground, and then he rips the whole thing out by the root system on the northern side.
So that's what
And,
happened in JD's imagination. What really happened?
What really happened is Elbus collected a bunch of pearls and asked if anyone wanted him.
Racist ass flowers don't get mad when it touches them.
All
So
right.
does anyone have any issue with Elbus taking the pearls?
Nope.
Not really, other than I have the other stones. I'm just a little jealous.
Because you wanted to complete the set?
Yes.
All right. As you guys leave the area, coming into after a 5-minute walk, you guys come back into the sundial area, and you see that the Naman's shadows are pointing at routes A and route C.
Same ones.
So same one. So it wasn't go this way and then not this way. What if it's trying to guide us towards B then?
Well, we have the 2 rocks. What if we split them up and half of A with the other? Or wait, this is a sundial. Is that
Yes.
telling us a time that we need to be waiting for?
Yes, 12:15.
It
Okay.
hasn't changed. You weren't here before.
Oh, okay.
Well, you were, but you weren't.
Not mentally.
I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
B is our last logical choice here.
Crispin, you never really got that far. You walked in, you're like, oh, cool, the sundial, it's noon. And then you kept walking, and then you wound up with the Cyclopses, and you couldn't leave.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right.
As you walk past, it's high noon.
I think this is the longest you ever get into a game without making a Critical Role reference.
While we're thinking about that, can I get a sense of if the other 2 guys actually got hurt?
Yeah, I mean, you can see on Thokjima, on Crispin, and on Elbus, you can see cuts and scrapes and things from the thorns on the vines.
Okay.
Does anybody object to us going with B next? Because I feel like that's the only logical choice left.
No, I'm fine with whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, worst case scenario, we have to go fight a puzzle again.
Or more plants. Yeah.
Fight a puzzle.
What's
Whichever
going
way
on?
we go.
I know I'm gonna regret asking this, but what's going on in your head, JD?
Nothing. I was just thinking about what you would look like if you were Chinese.
No way, me too.
Darius, what were you going to say?
Just wanted to say that whichever way we go, I'm not a fan of splitting up the party to try 2 different ways at the same time.
Yeah. If B does not get us to where we need to go, then I would suggest splitting up the party.
Yeah, let's all cram in the B-hole.
All right, so you guys walk down path B. After 1 minute of walking, you come back to a sundial through path E from the south, except this time there are 3 shadows being cast by the same Naman. They point out routes A, D, and F.
A lot like my grades.
A, D, and F. And C is gone?
Correct. There's no shadow at C anymore.
What if we gotta do these in order? Go through A, then go through F or T and then one or the other.
And we are we walked through from. So we came out from. We left through B. Where did we come into the puzzle at?
It looks like path E, but as you guys come to the sundial, it's basically all paths look the exact same.
Mm-hmm.
So as you came in and went around the sundial, it's hard to tell which path you came in from, but it would have been from the south as you have every time.
Mm-hmm.
I will remind you though that once you're in an area, all paths are essentially the same, whether it's in or out. It loops back unless it's correct. I just want to, so you guys, there are 8 paths, and even though you come in through E, there are 8 options.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do like an Arcana check to see what the best path might be?
You could certainly try.
Well, that's encouraging. Holy cow, this... I have, let's see, Arcana. I have an 13.
13. So it's kind of like before when you made an Arcana check at the pool. It seems as though the sort of overall magic as fuckness of the hedge maze is kind of interfering with your ability to really discern specific points or kinds or directions of magic.
Is there anything on the sundial of interest, like any slots or anything? Does the party know what the jewels that they found are for? Do I know what they're for?
I just know we pick them up and we get to move on.
Are there slots in the sundial that they can fit in?
So Crispin, I will say this based on your knowledge of what has happened to you in this maze, right?
Yep.
So you came in, saw sundial. Cool. It's noon.
Yeah.
Walked down a path.
Not drugs. Keep going.
Right. You walked down a path, and after 5 minutes, you arrived at the area where the Cyclopses were. You saw the path behind you and the path ahead on the other side. You're like, okay, this is probably not where I was trying to go. So you continued through that path, and after 6 minutes of walking, you arrived from the same side of the Cyclops' pasture as you came in from originally, even though you left through the other side. It's almost like you walked across the planet and back into the same area.
The only thing we've noticed about the gems or whatever we found is that it seems to be the only thing to break the loop, the recurring loop.
Huh.
We haven't actually looked at them or tried to use them to find a different direction, actually. I don't know why we hadn't thought of that.
I mean...
Well, okay, going by that logic, let's say we broke the loop. Let's try going down A again. Should be a different path.
Well, let's work on the assumption that the markings actually mean something, because on the first time, when there was only one marking, we knew exactly where to go. When the second one opened up, the rule changed, and we had to go between them. Now that we have 3 markings, there's still some significance, but we can't just assume that rule is always going to be the same. So what if they're trying to what if the marking here isn't to pick any path, and everything's pointing towards the Namen? And if we're wrong, congratulations, we are exactly where we stand right now.
To prove the theory, take path E.
Yeah, that would be a way to go about it.
Some knowledge dropped from Thokjima, by the way, Mike. Welcome.
Yeah, I've only been here like 10 minutes now.
Yeah, I saw you pop up, and I thought it was odd you didn't say anything.
He was busy.
Oh my God! Now I understand. Okay, yeah, I completely. So for the last since you joined the game, somehow my avatars got all fucked up. So now I actually have 2 rows of us, and I didn't figure out what the issue was. I'm like, why do I have 2 rows of avatars now?
You're welcome.
Yeah. So thank you for announcing yourself. And now I feel stupid, but not so crazy.
Hey, JD, go climb to the top of that Namen.
You just want me off your back, don't you?
You know me so well.
Well, as far as investigating the sundial and the Namen, we've already kind of checked that out. When we were playing with the shadows to see if it was a magical effect or if there was anything we could do to alter it. And I don't really think we found much, if I remember correctly.
That's correct. There appeared to be, so you guys looked at two things specifically when you guys first encountered the sundial and saw that it was casting a shadow that didn't coincide with the position of the sun. Dr. Cox went around and attempted to place light sources in different positions to see if it affected the shadow of the Namen, while it affected the shadow of the sundial itself, as it affected your guys' shadows. It did not affect the shadow the Namen was casting. It appears as the Namen is casting a shadow in the direction that it's going to cast it in, regardless of light source. Also, too, I believe it was Albus and Darius, potentially, who spent some time investigating the sundial itself to see if it was movable, if it was hiding some sort of secret door or anything like that. And it is not. It is immovable. No markings on the ground indicate that it has been moved recently at all, and it appears to just be a standard sundial with a really funky shadow.
There's like no slots to put the topaz in to like kind of work as a prism to change the dial.
Correct. I was gonna say, so like if you guys put the garnet or the topaz or the pearl on it and see what happens, I was gonna say you see a sundial casting 3 shadows and a topaz.
And the topaz just rolls off.
So, question about the sundial again, though. I see that it appears to have possibly 3 marks on the lower arc, corresponding with the.
Oh, are you talking about on the token itself?
Yeah. Does that mean anything, or does that happen to? Because there's 3 shadows now, right?
Right. I mean, it's been the same token the whole time.
Okay.
And based on what I'm seeing in the book, I don't think that has any.
Okay. I just may not have noticed it before, is all.
No, that's fine. I'm glad you guys are asking different questions. Yeah, I think that's just happens to be the artwork on the token they used.
And the 3 shadows are all of the same intensity.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we have 2 plans with Merritt. We should investigate the magical rocks we're finding, and then I say proceed down path E and prove whether or not that has any significance.
I think we should do them both.
I'm-
One, then the other.
I'm not sure I'm following the logic on this. Not saying that there isn't, but why
F?
path E specifically?
Yeah. Do you need F?
Or yeah, F. I've got a Crispin in the way. I have 2 Fs.
2 Fs. Well, E would have been the way
Yeah,
we
E.
just entered the area from, right?
Yeah.
From the south.
Yeah,
He
Echo
meant,
is the one I'm referring to.
'cause-
Crispin's token is just covering up the bottom of it, so it looks like an F.
Because when the second one came up and we went C, we got lost and had to do a puzzle to get back, and B was the right answer.
I want to try to yank on Perry to make him go down F.
Yeah, you're not gonna pull my hair again.
So okay, let me clarify here. So JD, and your idea is to go down F. Thok, is your idea to go down E or F?
Echo.
Okay. So your idea is E. Okay. I wanted to make sure I'm on the same page with everybody.
Okay, now that I sit
We need
there,
to get our best nature guy and our best magic guy to start looking at the rocks, I think.
yeah, you definitely do that. I now see Mike's logic in E, and I'm willing to do that.
Okay.
Interesting.
So who's looking at the rocks?
I am.
I'll look at the rocks that I have.
Okay. So are you guys getting together to look at the rocks, or Albus, are you looking at the pearls, and JD, are you looking at the topaz and garnet?
No, we're gonna get together and look at them all together.
Okay.
But I'm staying on top of Dr. Cox.
Okay.
So-
let's see.
Going up there too, then?
What kind of alt rock pop song is playing as JD's doing this?
Definitely something by the Fray.
There you go.
Okay, so what skills are you guys wanting to use to look at the rocks?
The ones that give us answers?
I'd say probably one nature, one arcana would be our best bet.
Can I use nature?
Yeah.
I think that would be, yeah.
Albus, do you want to make another Arcana check on the stones?
Absolutely.
Okay, go ahead.
26.
26. Okay.
Yes.
So JD, while you look at the topaz, the garnet, you can see the pearls that Albus has. They appear to be as they typically appear in nature. There does not seem to be anything out of the ordinary about their existence at all.
You mean I rolled a natural 20 for nothing?
No, that was JD's nature check.
Yeah.
Albus, as you look over the stones, you do identify that there is some sort of magic sort of residue on them. It appears as though the magic that was imbued in or surrounding these stones may have been consumed in order to allow you guys access to leave the area the stone was housed in.
So they're almost like containment fields. And once you break it, then you're allowed to leave.
Yes. That's actually very apt. Yes.
Has anyone tried breaking the sundial?
No.
No, last time I tried
So
breaking
what you're
things,
saying
I had to
is-
apologize to Franklin.
Well, whether we do anything to it or not, we still have all these paths we have to try and figure out which one to go down to get where we want to go.
Yeah, I am in Thok's camp where I'm willing to try Route E first.
Yeah, second.
I'm along for the ride.
I'm a follower.
Albus, are you cool with going down path E?
At this point, one path seems to be as good as another.
That's a good answer. I like it. All right, you guys walk for 12 whole minutes of constantly curving pathways, and you eventually arrive at another sundial.
All right, way to go, Mike.
Never trust a lizard.
Who all is approaching the sundial to check the shadows? Because I want to say what people who do approach and what don't approach see.
I'll hang
Well,
back.
of course, I'll be checking due to my inquisitive nature of being a wizard and knowledge
Cool.
of power.
I show
trying to-
camouflage into the wall once more.
Thokjima is now a hedge. Crispin, what are you doing?
I'm
Hanging
paying
back?
attention.
Looking at the
No, I'm
map?
looking for the shadows, but more for
Sorry, you kind of cut out at the
shadows,
end
not
there.
a place to hide. Oh yeah, I want to see where the shadows are.
Okay.
Actually,
JD?
I'm trying to crane my neck from where Perry's standing.
Stay-
Okay.
Yeah, hang it back.
Darius.
I'm not going to get up right next to the sundial, but I do want to look at it.
Okay. Darius, Thok, JD, Perry, you guys can see there are a number of shadows on this sundial. Again, can't tell really from where you are. However, Albus and Crispin, you guys see that the fourth sundial casts 4 shadows. They are initially pointing at B, D, F, and H. I'll wait for Jay to mark those.
So the close shadow's right there, and let me read
Yes.
out D.
So as the shadows, as you look at them, Albus, you pick up immediately, being an inquisitive person who likes puzzles and mysteries, you notice immediately they're forming an X, essentially, across the sundial.
I believe it's an X.
As you examine the sundial, the shadows start slowly rotating around the face of the sundial, spinning faster and faster, becoming shorter and shorter until they shrink into the nomen and the sundial shows no shadow at all.
I'd say we're here.
Yeah, did we just reach a port key?
Can I poke the sundial?
Yes, you may poke the sundial.
Okay. I poke the sundial.
You feel a little bit of draw, kind of like a magnetism almost.
Can I pull out my dagger and put it up to the sundial? See if it's a magnet?
It's the same. I'm sorry, maybe magnetism wasn't the right. Maybe that was too specific of a word. Feels like a pull, sort of a drawing in.
An attraction.
Yeah.
More so than just it's just shiny thing.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just going to grab the sundial and see if it teleports me somewhere.
So as you grab onto the sundial, you feel the same thing, but a little bit greater as you're putting more to it. It seems like it's not quite enough for what it's looking for.
I say we all put a hand on it.
I splay my whole body on it.
Okay. Darius, you feel the same thing as Crispin. You guys have put basically the same amount of touching mint on it. JD's fucking gone.
Oh my god, this is the best day of my life.
JD. So you guys don't know this. JD, you find yourself walking down a path again. And you walk into an area and there's a sundial. No one else is there, but there's another sundial.
Oh god.
This sundial, JD, you see has a full star pattern. It is pointing 8 shadows, one at every single path.
Well, how am I supposed to know which way to go?
Okay, so JD, we're gonna pause on that. Everyone else, what are you doing?
Enjoying life.
We noticed that he's disappeared.
Oh yeah, you guys saw him vanish.
It's like a Harry Potter thing. He just walked through it.
Yeah, it's
Or
very much
fell
like
through it?
platform 9 3/4. He just kind of like laid on top of it and it was gone.
Crispin's going for the cannonball.
All right, Crispin, you land on your ass on the
God damn
pathway, taking another point of bludgeoning damage through your butt.
I gotta stop doing that.
And as you walk forward, you see JD with another sundial. The sundial is pointing at all 8 paths.
Oh, thank God. And I hug you.
So
Okay,
we go
everyone
down
else.
all of them.
Well, I say all in, and I jump onto the sundial.
Albus, I'm assuming by moving your token, you're doing the same.
You betcha.
All right, Albus and Darius both pass through the sundial. You guys find yourselves on a path. You walk down. You see Crispin and JD are there already looking around, trying to figure out what this new clue means. And Albus, as you walk up to the sundial, you see 8 shadows, one pointing at every path. Thokjima, Barry.
I'm gonna let Thokjima go first because this will be the last piece of silence I get all day.
I'm staying a shrubbery while I stare at it. I don't trust it.
As far as you know, Perry, you didn't see him go in, but he's also not around, so maybe he went in when Darius and Albus did. It is silent already.
Yeah, this is the part of the day that I always look forward to. It's
You cut out at the end there.
no, that's just silence. It's what I enjoy.
How do I erase lines I drawn?
As in, I just sit there and go and put both hands on.
Just both hands.
Both large hands.
So essentially, because of how big you are, this constitutes more or less of climbing onto the sundial. And Perry, you essentially go through hands first to the path below you.
Yay, faceplant.
How do I erase lines I drew on here?
I can take care of it.
Click and delete.
Do you have any magic eraser?
How do you click and delete?
You click on it, and then once the
So-
block comes
so
around, you
if-
hit the delete button.
So while you're in the pointer mode at the top of the toolbar, you'll see if you hover over the line that you've drawn that it turns into a cross, so you can move it, and that allows you to select and delete it. So Thokjima, what are you doing now that you are alone?
I'm
in
gonna
the
shoot
hedge?
an arrow at it and see if I can kill it.
The
Sundial.
sundial.
Yep.
Okay, so you loose an arrow at it from the bushes. You're like, I fucking snuck up on you, you stupid sundial. And your arrow hits the sundial and ricochets off the stone.
Okay. And since it doesn't respond, I'll go up there and try stabbing it.
You
And
have
I'm
dulled
assuming
your
a similar
sword.
response. And then I follow suit and jump on it.
All right. So as you jump on, you fall through it, and you arrive last to the group of adventurers in the 5th area, with the shadows casting in all 8 directions.
So 2 X's.
So we jump on it twice.
Bling, bling.
Does that mean like every time we went down a path and succeeded in getting back to a sundial, it added another shadow? So it's basically compounding. So if we added another X on top of the original X, are we actually going the right direction?
Further down the rabbit hole we go.
That's
I'll jump
basically
on
what
it.
I'm thinking, yeah.
To quote a famous candy maker, there is no way of knowing which direction we are going.
Thak, as you climb on top of the sundial, you are standing on top of a sundial.
This sundial looks the exact same as the other ones.
Yep. But
Maybe.
as in the past, it appears that unlocking a new part of the puzzle has, again, changed the rules a bit.
Maybe it's saying there's no wrong path now. We can take any of them. Which way we want to go.
I take a look at JD. Is he looking at his hands to see if his left and right sides is flipped?
Just to see if what?
Your left and right hands flipped positions?
Am I?
I don't know. Are you?
Sure.
I don't know what setup he was going for there.
There wasn't one. Just trying to see what's going on in that one kid's imagination.
All right. Well, you guys delegate really, or sort of try to figure this out. I'm going to run to the bathroom really quick.
All right.
What if it just means we need 2 people on the sundial?
That's
Or-
intriguing.
or
2 at a time.
double- Or double X marks any spot that you want.
Well, we can always go down one path, see what happens, and see what we get to as far as the sundial for the next time.
Because if he said there's 8 shadows and 2 X's,
Mm-hmm.
and the Namen in the sundial itself is not doing anything for us, the only thing I could think of is it's trying to just sit there and say, go any which way you want.
As in, any path is a good path now.
Seeing as it switched from non-marked to marked,
Define
and now that
good.
everything's marked,
Hey, Thakjima, what are you doing during this time again?
I'm still standing on the sundial.
Okay.
Well, I guess more like that Russian squat.
Straight lines.
What about the lines, Albus?
Yeah, what was that?
I'm still trying to figure out how to get rid of them.
You're on the pointer tool, yeah?
Yeah, that's the arrow on top, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Now what?
So be
So
able to click it.
yeah, when you point, when you should be able to click on a line or a mark that you have drawn now, and it will like highlight it. Does
Or
that
you can
happen?
drag a box around
Put
it.
it in a blue box.
Okay, and then if you hit delete, it'll go away.
Where do I hit delete?
On your keyboard.
Oh.
Yeah, that hit the key and a tab will show up for you in case you're thirsty.
Tab cola?
I hit my. Do I have to hit shift with that?
Didn't realize they started making those again.
It did not work.
It didn't delete it?
No. Oh, wait a minute. There's a different delete button.
Well, they're in the bushes.
I put them there because they're in the way.
So you were able to move them, but you weren't able to delete them?
Correct.
So it sounds like you have steps 1 through 3 correct, but step 4 of pressing delete, you've erred in some way there.
Yeah, for some reason you have steps 1, 2, 3, and 5. All right. Step 4 is just question marks.
Yeah, well, I got like 2 DEL buttons, and neither one worked when I hit them.
Are you trying to get rid of the lines? Because I can do it for you.
Well, I know you can do them for me, but I'm an adult. I should be able to get rid of these lines myself.
All right. So while Sean's over there playing, I need a different adult. What is everyone else doing?
I think we're just picking a path to walk down.
Yeah.
The one thing that scares me about this is that this goes into the split the party where we all have to take different routes.
Why?
No, we all walk to pick the same one.
Yeah, but if that one fails, that's my next idea. Is that
Oh yeah. No, I say we roll a d8 and see which one we go down.
Hey, Perry, make an intelligence check for me.
But I don't wanna. 8.
8.
I did it.
You sound like a hoggle.
Yeah, right.
Step 4 unlocked. Trophy found.
All right. Yeah. Never mind. Carry on, Perry.
I have a feeling that means what we were about to do was wrong.
What if we lay down on the sundial again?
You know, that's a great idea.
Well-
You should do that.
I'm still on the sundial. What's going on?
Perry, how did you get so small?
But
So the idea of us each taking a different path is not
Frightening,
what
and there
we're
are not
thinking
8 of us.
I don't want that to be our first idea. I think it's
yeah, let's
right,
just-
but if we're wrong and we all go into different puzzles, there's some where, like when we were trying to outthrow the Cyclopses, if the wrong person gets into that, they're stuck there forever.
What if
Right.
it doesn't matter which way we go down?
That's what I'm
What if
hoping the
we
right
all
answer
went on the
is.
sundial at once?
Yeah, like the first thing I want
The
to try is
sundial's not
pick
quite
any
that big,
route.
Elvis.
And if we come back and it's the same clue, then maybe the next we have to all go different routes.
Kristen starts walking down G. Guys, I've had enough of this talking. You can follow me if you want. Or we can go separate ways.
So we don't care about that guy, right?
See your doom.
See your doom.
Keith, no, we're buddies. No, see your doom.
Okay. Alrighty. So who's following Crispin?
I'll go.
Yeah.
I think we should all go same path right now.
Wow. You guys are a lot better than the people who actually were supposedly.
All right. So let me move G out of the way so I can. You guys have placed too many things in my way.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Stop giving us so many directions.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Don't actually do that. We need help. We are sheep.
All of it.
We're not worthy. All right. So you guys, after a 4-minute walk, you will direct your attention south of the puzzle corresponding to the sundials.
Oh, shit.
And so you guys arrive in an area. So 6 suits of ornate plate mail stand in this area as if on guard. Battered and bashed pieces of armor and weapons are scattered across the carpeted floor before them. Moss and lichen cover the armor, though it remains free of rust. Another pathway opens up at the far side of this area.
Yeah, I probably
Don't
should have told you guys, but all of my ideas backfire, so following me probably is not a good choice.
Don't step on the rug.
We don't know that. We're not the old party.
It really ties the whole room together.
Who puts rugs outside?
I think I need to steal the rug.
I like everybody just buys into the fact that it's a rug.
It is a carpet.
Is
I
it?
didn't know that.
Is it floating
It's a
off the
large
ground at all?
carpet. It's not really a rug. More of like it is a large carpeted floor area.
I'm not going on that carpet.
Hey, Crispin, does that seem like it's floating at all to you?
Does what seem like it's floating?
The
Could be a
Oh,
carpet. I
rug
think
of
it.
leather.
Like, what if you stood on the carpet and said, "Levitate" or something, and see if it flies? Because if it is, that'd be something really cool.
That would be really cool. I'm gonna take an extra dagger I have in my pocket, toss it casually on the carpet.
Wait, what are you tossing out of your pocket?
Just an extra dagger I have. Got,
Okay.
like 3 of them.
It lands on the carpet.
Can I see any gemstones anywhere?
What's your passive investigation?
Passive investigation 13.
13? Not that you can see, no.
Okay.
Mine's 14. What do I see? A more detailed nothing?
Mine's 18.
Darius, did you move from the back like into the area to kind of take a look around?
Yes.
All right, Darius, as you move into the area, two suits of armor become animated and sort of swing into motion. So, guys, let's roll initiative again.
Ooh,
Guys, I don't think we have to worry about the carpet.
Yikes.
I have a 14.
All right, hang on just a second. All right, so 20 to 21.
21.
21.
All right.
Playa.
Perry and Darius, what are your initiative modifiers?
+2.
4.
You said yours was 4, Darius?
Yes.
All right, you're going to go first.
Yeah, I want him to go first anyway.
Well, then good.
Yeah.
All right.
Cleric
15 to
should go
20.
early.
Anyone in the 15 to 20 range? Nope. All right. 10 to 15.
11.
13.
13.
JD, what's your initiative bonus?
4.
4. All right. You and Thok are going at the same time.
Yep, mine's +4 also. We had this problem last week.
Yep. Yeah, you went with Darius last time.
Mm-hmm.
Crispin, you said yours was 11?
That is correct.
All right. And then what was yours again, Albus?
Mine was 14.
14. Okay. All right. Darius, you're up first.
All right. Is the range I'm looking at, is it to the new token or is it to the edge of the statue?
The token.
So he's 15 feet away then.
Yeah.
Is that right? Is that what I'm looking at?
Yes, correct. That is correct.
Jeez. And this is a suit of armor.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think fire is going to do much against him. All right, so
It might ruin the temper of the metal, making it more malleable and soft and squishy.
I want to step forward 5 feet.
Okay.
And then I want to cast, as a bonus action, Lightning Lure.
That sounds fun.
It does. It
So-
sounds interesting.
Sounds peaceful.
The suit of armor needs to succeed on a strength saving throw.
All right. Probably not. That is a 8.
No, definitely not. So
All right.
There's a lash of lightning energy that wraps around it and pulls it in a straight line towards me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I roll 3d8s for damage.
So hang on a second. Oh, yes. Okay. Roll your damage, sire.
12 lightning damage.
12 lightning damage. Okay.
Sorry, guys. I gotta get going.
Okay.
So, see you guys.
See you, Scott.
Yep.
Have
See,
fun
Scott.
playing basketball.
Yeah, good talking to you again.
Yeah, for sure. Good to see you.
All right, and so now since he is within melee range, I just want to start swiping at him.
Okay.
That's 28 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Actually, 29. I forgot it's a plus 11.
Oh, that doesn't hit then. Sorry.
You went too far.
Oh, nice. So that is 15 slashing damage.
Okay.
Let me see what else. I'm digging back into my character here to see what additional crap I get.
You do have an extra attack.
Right.
Actually, you have two of them.
There's what I'm looking for. Eldritch Strike.
Okay.
That,
Oldie but a goodie.
yeah.
Did he just say Elder's Strike? Is he throwing an old person at someone?
Eldritch
Alright.
Strike, an old German person.
All right, so extra attack. Ooh, that's even better. That's a 30.
Yep, that hits.
And that's for 14 more slashing damage.
Okay. The suit of armor clatters to the ground.
And I think I'm going to call that my turn.
Okay.
And a hell of a turn it was.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't here for the death of Haggard the Paladin. 112 points of damage. in one round.
All right.
One round.
Perry, you will be up as the animated armor is killed by Darius. Two more animate.
All right.
Great. Now there are
And
more of them.
I need to look really quick. Oh, actually, wow. All right. Darius, as you kill a suit of armor, a large bloodstone rolls out of the armor as it falls to pieces on the ground.
Cool. Can I grab at that now, or do I have to wait till my next turn?
Did you have any actions left?
Just movement.
Just movement. No, you have to wait till next turn.
All right.
All right, Perry.
Picking up something like a movement.
He's not able to pick it up with a movement.
5,
That's so
10,
peculiar. You'd have to be able to
15,
pick up something while
20.
walking.
out there, and
Mhm.
I am going to start off with using something I haven't used yet, and that's my +3 longsword.
Okay.
Yep. And that's +10 to hit. Let's see what happens. That's a natural 20.
That naturally hits.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that starts off with 1d8 +6 damage. So that's a 3, 6. So it's 12 damage, but that's not all. I'm going to use my Channel Divinity special in order to
Okay.
add in an extra 25 points of necrotic damage.
To 25 points of necrotic damage.
Yes.
Okay.
Still alive?
Barely.
Oh, I'm smacking it again. Actually, hold up. Do I have extra attack?
I don't know if you do.
I don't think I do.
I don't think you went high enough in fighter to get it.
Yep, I have 1 attack per action. So instead, let's use... Since he's right there, let's spend a first level spell slot and cast Inflict Wounds.
Okay. That's a saving throw for me, yeah?
No, that is a 2 hit at +9.
Oh, okay.
That is an 18 plus 9, so 27.
That does, in fact, hit.
That will lead to 3d10 necrotic damage. That is 2 10s and a 4, so 24 damage.
All right.
Holy crap, high numbers. I can't wait for averages to come back and bite in the other direction.
All right. As that suit of armor clatters to the ground, 2 more suits of armor animate.
Is there another bloodstone?
Nope, just the one.
Okay. Then I go to the other ones and I just kind of come in and just like, come on, bring it. I'll break your noses too. And that's my turn.
Okay. Albus, you are up.
I am going to cast a ray of frost at this guy. Hold on.
Okay.
Yes, I think I hit him. Oh shit, I forgot what I'm doing. 25.
25? Yeah, that'll hit. Oh crap. I should have said oh crap.
Takes 9.
9. All right.
Does he clatter?
No.
Why not?
Takes a bit more than 9 to do it.
Well, then just give him more.
No, you give him more.
Can I?
Yeah, by doing more attacks.
Can you?
Can I attack?
So casting Ray of Frost can be your action or your bonus action. So you can cast another spell.
2nd level or less. I'm never remembering that.
Yeah, so because you cast a cantrip, that could be your bonus action, and you could cast any spell you want to as your main action.
Hey, just out of curiosity, guys, what kind of damage has been knocking these down?
You mean damage type or how much?
How much?
We've been doing serious damage. We don't really know. At least like 40
Yeah.
is what everyone's been doing, it seems.
Everyone has been doing 40 or more damage around you.
But we don't know how much it takes. They've just been doing mad damage.
What does Scorching Ray do?
Scorches things.
Mm-hmm. An array-like projectile.
That's another scholar amongst us.
For you, the spell is known as Hot Vector.
Hot Vector.
What is the vector, Victor?
I think he's asking you, DM.
Straight.
Watch a movie called Airplane.
I'll try
Actually,
casting
I've not seen that one.
Scorching Ray on it.
What?
I know. Okay, Scorching Ray.
Surely you can't be serious.
Don't
I
call
am
me Shirley.
serious. Don't call me Shirley.
No, call Shirley.
I know that much.
I also know Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is in it. And I almost said Kareem Abdul-Jafar from
Jafar. Huh?
All right, sorry guys, calm down. Albus, what'd you roll?
A 19.
19 will hit.
11. Plus
11
anything-
damage?
Yeah.
All right. All right, still standing. But
I'm still
It's
standing.
inconceivable.
Better than I've ever been.
Why are you
keep
acting
using
like you
that
just
word. I
got
don't
into a
think
land war with Prussia?
all right,
Not
Thok,
you,
Jima, and JD are up. Thok, would
still
you mind going
standing.
first for me?
Oh. Are any of them dead yet?
Yes, the one in front of Darius and the one next to Perry are both down, and there are 4 other suits of armor standing.
And that one's taking
The
damage.
appropriate term is de-animated.
Is that why they're not X'd out? Because there actually could be something else going on?
Possible.
I'm betting that's the case.
That should give me line of sight on the one that's been damaged.
Yeah.
All right, so fuck it. As a bonus action, I'll Hunter's Mark it,
Okay.
which burns another spell, but whatever. All right, and then I'll take a sharpshooter shot at it.
All right.
That is gonna be what is that? A 15?
A
Yeah.
15?
Yep.
A 15 will miss.
All right. Well, rinse and repeat, I guess.
All right.
That's lower.
You say that's lower?
Yeah, I rolled a 11 the first time. This time it was a 7.
All right. Sorry, Thok. All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Actually, we're going to go 25. JD is going to... Yep, JD is going to cast the cantrip Infestation at this animated armor down here. So the armor needs to make a Constitution saving throw. That's probably not going to get it done. No. All right. Actually, shit, I forgot to. Yeah. All right. So that is. So the spell hits the armor, but it does not have an effect. So yeah. All right.
Month-old summer sausage, and I'm suffering no ill effects. I must have a high constitution.
Crispin, you are up.
All right, Crispin, I run onto the carpet, look over to Dr. Perry Cox, give him a wink, and start saying, "Arise, carpet! Carpet, arise!" It's my free action.
You did not just wink at me. You better have had a stroke.
Does the carpet start flying?
It does not, unfortunately.
Okay, then I muttered, "You lying son of a bitch." And then I pull out my oath bow, and I whisper to it and say, "Swift death to who have wronged me, like this motherfucker right here."
All right.
And an arrow goes in my back.
So you've marked him with your oath bow?
Yep.
All right.
And now I would like to fire said oath bow.
You fire. I'm going to mark it with purple so that you know that that's your sworn enemy for
Perfect.
the rest of the
That is a with the advantage. That is a adjusted 24.
That will hit.
And then I get sneak attack on that, right?
You do because you have advantage.
Perfect. That's a lot of dice. Okay, base damage is that is a 6 plus 5 is 13 piercing, and then my sneak attack is 5, 10, 13, 19 more.
Nice.
So 20 or
yeah,
30
I got you.
total. Yep.
We're good. I got you. All right. The suit of armor is still standing.
Okay.
That's going to bring us to... Is that it for your turn, Crispin?
Unless this carpet starts flying, yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, it does not. All right. Now it's the armor's turn. Come on. All right. Perry, one armor is going to make an attack at you, one at JD, 2 at Crispy Crispin.
Is that a race joke?
No, it was just a riff on your name.
Okay.
All right.
Inspired by the great father of Marty McFly.
All right, that was Crispin Glover, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Perry. 2 attacks against you. 1 automatically misses because it was a 1. Second one is probably going to miss because it's an 11.
Yeah, neither of those are above a 22.
Yeah. All right. Against J Dizzle. Those are misses. Crispin.
Oh, never mind. If they're misses.
I've got
17.
JD sheet up. I rolled
my
like shit.
AC.
What did you say your AC was?
17.
One of them hits you
Okay.
for 5 bludgeoning damage. One of them hits you from the second one for 3 bludgeoning damage for a total of 8. Or Ocho for our friends south of the border. That brings us back up to the top with Darius.
All right. I assume I have to use a regular action pick up the bloodstone?
It'd be like you can do it as a bonus action. You just needed to have something to be able to do it.
Yeah. Bonus action to do that.
Okay.
And then I'm going to advance over here and help Crispin out with these two guys.
Okay.
So just making a melee attack against the one in front of me.
Okay. The one with the target on it?
Yes.
Okay.
21.
Hits.
14 slashing.
All right.
And my extra attack, same thing. 29 for only 10 this time.
Okay. That suit of armor clatters to the ground. And as it does so, the one that you killed first stands back up.
God damn it.
You still have another attack, by the way, Darius. You have 3.
All right, so I moved 15 feet to get to that one. So I will move 5 more and make one more attack against the suit that recently reanimated.
Okay.
22 to hit.
Hits.
That is only going to be 9 damage. My damage is dropping.
Everyone has to regress towards the mean. All right. That's everything for you, correct, Darius?
Yes.
All right, Perry.
Darius, you did grab the bloodstone, yes?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
you
did.
got it.
Okay. And just to make sure I got the order of events right, when Darius knocked down his second animated armor, the first one came back up.
Mm-hmm.
Then I don't know if I want to hit anything.
Yeah,
I'm wondering if there's something else we need to do, even though they are down.
I think there's someone here that can animate 4 things at a time and eliminate the 4th. Because when we eliminated those 2 more came up. And then,
Oh, okay.
so I think there's something here that can animate 4 things at a time.
Well, the thing to consider is if we got the bloodstone already, we may have the key out of here, and we're just going to keep on fighting and burning out stuff.
Yeah, take the money and run.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is how many of them are dropped? So the one to my left is dropped.
The one to your left is dropped, and the one to Crispin's southeast is dropped.
Okay. I'm just going to sit there, and I'm going to try to provoke as many of these as I can using my bonus and my main just to sit there and go, it's like, hey, I'm the one you want, come after me. And then just go to everybody else. It's like, get the fuck out of here, and I'll be right behind you.
Your sacrifice is noted.
Wait. Okay.
Okay. How about this? Why don't we handle this like we did in the zombie horde?
Charisma check?
Contested charisma checks.
Okay. It's a straight roll for me.
It is a -5 for them.
I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 5.
So 0.
Okay. All right. So yes, they are all. You see, as you shout that out, like "I'm the one you want," and then you turn to everybody like, "Fly, you fools!" And you see the suits of armor. They all just like, and they all turn and look at Perry.
Yep. And then the remainder of my turn, I make sure I have all 22 of my AC.
You make sure you have what? Sorry.
All 22 of my AC.
Okay.
I'm gonna need it.
Doubles down his grip on his shield. All right. Albus.
But everybody, I actually think I want to shoot at the. I'm going to try destroying the rug.
Okay.
You idiot! I'm standing on that.
Yeah, don't try to set it on fire because then we're all in it.
It's a nice rug, too. It could be worth some money.
Well, it could be the source of their power.
But
Yes, everybody
it's a
forgot
nice
about
rug.
the evil necromancer carpet. That was the big bad of my homebrew campaign. Now I have to rewrite everything.
Albus, this doesn't have anything to do with your turn. Can you make an intelligence check for me? So roll a d20, add your intelligence modifier.
Who?
You, Albus.
The guy playing Albus, yes.
You might not have heard me say Albus.
There's nobody playing me on me. Jesus Christ, are you fucking kidding me? So let's see here. Intelligence modifier.
No whammy.
Plus 10.
There we go.
Right for saving throws or what?
No. This is just an intelligence check.
Great.
So there's no proficiency or anything. It's the D20 plus your intelligence modifier.
Oh. Oh, then it's a 13.
13. Okay. You recall that maybe the carpet is a source of their power, or maybe it's the series of powerful wish spells cast on the hedge maze.
Huh. Puts me right back where I started. I guess I'll destroy that suit of armor. It's been destroyed once. We'll see what happens.
Which one are you shooting at?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Firebolt.
Okay.
Which seems to do a shit ton of damage.
It is 3d10 at this level.
It does. But you still got to hit though, right?
Mhm.
Range attack.
Yeah.
Are you really? Oh my god! It went from a 15 to a 5.
I hate when that happens.
If it's not on
So-
camera, it's a 15. Come on, dude.
Right? So my spell attack bonus is 8 though, so that should give me a 13.
13 misses, unfortunately.
No, it doesn't.
You're right. You hit, but not the thing you were trying to hit.
So? Alright, so there's that one, and I can cast another spell. I'll cast a Ray of Frost.
Okay.
Fucking throw this dice. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit.
What is the Ray of Frost? 8-siders?
Yep, 3d8. And don't forget, with your feet, you can has something to do with 1s or 2s on the dice for one of them. Let me look real quick.
No, I don't. Any elemental adept cold specific.
Yeah, there's 2 parts to it. So the first part is you don't give a fuck about people's resistances to cold, and the second part, let me find this real quick. The second part's important for most of the other time. You can treat any 1 on a damage die as a 2. Yeah.
Oh, thank God for that small price. So actually, I didn't do too bad. I gave him 18. I'm sorry.
18? Okay.
Yeah.
Still standing. Are you going to use your movement at all? Are you going to follow the suggestion of Dr. Cox?
Well, you know, he who flees lives to fight another day.
So you can move, I believe 30 feet. Yeah. So that's up to 6 squares.
Can I use a free action to yell, wrong way? Shouldn't we?
Not on your turn, no.
Damn.
But you know what? Actually, so you move all 30 feet back, right?
Unfortunately.
Okay.
At least I assume that's the wrong way.
All right. So you start moving back, and after 5 minutes, you find yourself back at the sundial. All right.
Are all 8 shadows still?
We have no idea.
We'll get to
Wow.
that. Thakjima.
There's
So which ones are still up?
Every one of them except for the one to the left of Perry, and the one that you hunters marked is down.
Okay, then I'll move my hunter's mark, I guess,
Okay.
to that one.
Okay.
So, in 10 feet of a point I choose. So I gotta look at this now.
What's going on? Are you looking at volley?
Yep.
So that's where I want to hit my volley at. Right there. Because that would put that one and that one within 10 foot. I think it would
Alrighty.
put JD out of it. Nope, that would put JD in it. Fuck, can't do that. So then, right there, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Edge of the carpet. All right. I'll roll for the west one with using sharpshooter. 22.
That will hit.
Okay.
Which one are you shooting at? The one on the left or right?
Left.
Okay.
That one for now.
Mhm.
And what is that? D8. Oh, excuse me. I think that's all I get for that because it's not hunters marked. And plus 10, yeah. Wow, I rolled like crap. So 16 damage to it.
Okay.
And I'll go after the next one.
All right. The one that you shot at first clatters to the ground.
Okay. The second roll was the natural 20, so that is going to be a 23, 24, something like that.
Okay. Were you shooting with sharpshooter again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not rolling any better. That's going to be 17 for it.
17 total?
Yep.
Okay.
Damage.
Still standing.
All right, let's go with another volley, and I'll just shift it over so I can hit these two.
This one is dead. That's the one that you did have hunters marked.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, then I guess I'll take a shot at the one that I have hunters marked with sharpshooter.
Okay.
That's not gonna hit. That's a 14.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh well.
All right. Let's see here now. That's not the character sheet I wanted. Okay. Okay. JD's going to use his bonus action to cast Primal Savagery. And he is going to attack the remaining armor next to him. Oh, shit. Sorry, I forgot. As Thakjima killed that one armor, Perry, the one to your left, stands back up.
Okay, that didn't work the way I thought it would have done. Shit.
So JD is going to make an attack then at the armor on his left, and that is a melee spell attack. Okay, so he's got +9 for that. That will hit. All right, and then he does 3d10 acid damage. That is 21 acid damage. And then he is going to use his movement to try to do what Dr. Cox said. Okay. That brings us to Crispin.
All right. Well, I use my bonus action to disengage.
Okay.
Then I use my movement and action to move as far down here as I can. I think I should be able to.
Yeah, that'll get you out of there.
Out of there, yeah.
So after 6 minutes of running down the path, you come into an area, the same eight passage area where you see Albus.
I do see Albus.
How do you do?
And then so that's gonna be the end of your turn, Crispin. The armor is up. Perry is gonna be 2 attacking you. It's gonna be 2 attacking Darius. And yeah, okay. So first one against Perry. Those are both gonna miss. Second one against Perry. Both gonna miss.
Can I hear what numbers they are just because, reasons?
None of them were higher than a 10.
Yes! Suckers.
All right. Let's see here. Darius, one of them is going to hit you with an adjusted 20, I think.
Yes.
Okay. And then let's just roll for the other one real quick. One of those is going to hit you with an adjusted 22. So you are going to take a total of 7 bludgeoning damage. Super scary. And Darius, that brings us to you.
All right. For my bonus action, because I have 2 guys within melee range, I'm going to cast the cantrip Sword Burst.
Okay.
And they both must make a dex saving throw.
Okay. 4 and a 1.
Excellent. 3d6. They both take 12 points of, so I guess slashing damage.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm going to use my main action to disengage.
Okay.
And move. Fuck. I don't think I'll be able to move anywhere where they won't re-engage.
I mean, I can spend the entire time trying to draw them to me still.
Well, if I were to use dash instead of disengage, I provoke 2 attacks of opportunity, or 2 opportunity attacks, correct?
Yeah, but based off of the way the battle has been going, they don't hit that hard.
Right, that's what I was.
It would be. It depends on which direction you would go, because you killed the one to your northeast, but in doing so, this one down here to 10 feet to the south of you stood back up.
Right. Well, I'd actually have to try and go. Okay, so he's gone. He's still here.
Mm-hmm.
That one just reanimated.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to try and dash around this area here, I would invoke 2 opportunity attacks still.
Yeah.
And then for the record, there are people who escaped to the north.
One escaped to the north and one escaped to the south.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And they out of game, they both ended up in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then I can disengage and go this way. 20, 25, and 30. Okay, yeah, so main action, disengage, and use my movement to head that way.
Okay. 8 minutes later, you arrive at the sundial. Perry.
All right. Let's see here. We got Thokjima up north, JD south, and I'm a little bit more worried about JD getting out of here than Thok, mostly because Thok can just take a few steps back. So fully accepting any attacks of opportunity, I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, banging on my shield with the sword the entire way, trying to provoke again.
Okay. Let's see, what is there? So one of them will hit you with an adjust. Wait, you said what is your armor class? 21 or 22?
22.
22. Okay, never mind. It misses.
It's good to be the tank.
I'll be honest, this is a role that I don't hate right now, that everything's weaker than me. I'm going to regret it when we start fighting a dragon. You have to get up next to that thing? What are you talking about? I'm the healer.
All right. So, Thakjima, what are you gonna do?
Just for shits and giggles,
Mhm.
because people are free and clear, and I want to do this. What is it? Let's do a hail of thorns,
Okay.
Okay.
because that should chain through 3 of them at least. All right, so I want to hit that one that I have hunters marked.
Okay.
So let's lost my dice. I'm not going to use sharpshooter on this one just because I want to increase my odds of actually hitting the damn thing.
Mhm.
That is 17.
A 17 just barely misses.
Fucking hell. I hate this game. Well, I'm out of first level spell slots. Then screw it.
But so it's the next time you hit during the spell's duration. So you have a full minute in order
Yeah.
to hit something to have the spell take effect.
So I might as well, for fuck's sake, use sharpshooter on it just because.
Okay.
That's even lower. Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
I quit.
Sorry.
Mike, you should have Freya roll for you.
I know, right?
Are
It's time to get rid
you
of some
gonna
dice.
use your movement at all? Or are you gonna stay put for now?
Yeah, I'll run back through the path, I guess.
Okay. 11 minutes later, you wind up back at the sundial.
Yay.
JD is also going to use his movement 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he arrives back at the sundial 3 minutes later. All right. The armor.
All right, are we dead yet?
Okay. Perry, those 4 are going to make attacks against you.
Okay.
One will hit with a 22
Holy crap.
from the first one. Both miss from the second. Both miss from the third. And both miss from the fourth. So you take... Yep, you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. Oh, by the way, fun part here is I get another +2 when to my AC whenever I'm getting hit with ranged attacks.
All right, then with that, Coxie, you're the last one there.
All right, everybody else is left.
Everyone else got out.
Even Thakjima.
Even Thakjima.
Sweet. Then I'm going to dash, invoking more opportunity attacks, but let's roll those 4 to begin with.
All right. Probably none of them are going to hit. Nope. One was close. 1 out of 21.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so then I mad dash out of there.
All right. So after 7 minutes, you arrive at the sundial. So scrolling back up to the top of the map for the sundial.
Hello? We're good to go.
Woohoo!
Sweet. All right. So the party decided that rolling a d8 and picking their path based on that was the next course of action. What do you think?
I'm scared, but I don't have a better idea right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it came down to. Because I tried standing on this pedestal, it didn't do jack shit. We went down golf and damn near got killed.
Question for the DM. Can I spend my inspiration to see if this is a good idea or not?
Yes.
Sweet deal.
So using your inspiration point to get inspiration from the DM. There are 8 paths and at maximum 6 of you. So splitting up and going down all the paths can't be the solution. And you could probably make a logical jump from there that one of the paths is not the solution, as in none of the paths are the solution.
Guys, I'm beginning to suspect that we're approaching this from the wrong direction. Instead of just picking paths at random, what if the rule is now that the shadows are supposed to tell us where to not go? We have been used to the shadows giving us some direction of where to go to begin with.
Point of order, I said at the very first one that it might be a misleading indication.
And you know what?
I had not been following that.
Yeah. You know what, Darius? If I believed you, I would have listened to you. My apologies. So how about this? Let's base off the assumption that this time the shadows are not our friend and are not offering us any direction whatsoever. Oh, we just sit down, have a break. It's been a while since we've done that, yeah?
Fuck it. Long rest this shit.
Yeah, let's go short rest.
I'm running out of spell slots. Hey, I do have a question though.
Mhm.
Since I have that fuckhead hunter's mark, can I keep shooting at him?
I mean, you'd have to kill the other one, or kill another one or 2 of them, so that one would reanimate. At this point, I've forgotten the order that they animated in.
Hey, I don't get disadvantage on distant shots.
No, I know, but okay. Also, it's not necessarily a distance shot. It's that at this point, it's that the curve of the maze, you could never get the arrow back there, and you don't know that if you went back down that path, that you would wind up at the same place.
Okay, I just wanted to see if it was an option for me to just launch arrows at the dude I still have hunter marked who's alive.
So there's 8 shadows now, is what we're seeing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh god, bless it. I'm an idiot.
Well, we tried seeing if this sundial was another teleportation device / port key / whatever else you want to call it. But we only tried it with one person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there only other option, or am I not thinking?
I see where the logic is, and this time I'm willing to jump on it early.
What was the suggestion?
Everybody touches the sundial at the same time.
I will say, as you guys have been looking for solutions and things like that, Crispin has actually disappeared. You're not sure where he went, when he went there, how he went, but it seems as though the maze has taken him back.
Drugs.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
See you in 2020.
Drugs again.
All right, so I'm gonna get over here.
I was about to say, what did he do? That's the clue. It was like, no. He just ran out of time.
If nothing else, we're just gonna look stupid all standing here touching his sundial.
JD, you're not allowed to moan.
Oh my god, there's 2 Albises.
So as we're switching back and forth between doubles of ourselves, I've noticed that the hit points don't always reflect properly on the other one.
Oh, got you. I did not realize you were tracking your hit points on your character. Oh, that's why that didn't make sense. Sorry. Yeah, I've been leaving your tokens at the sundial and then just copy and pasting in the same old set at the new place.
Right. I'm just, for accuracy's sake.
Right.
That's all. All right. So we're all touching in some way, shape, or form.
Okay. So as you guys all stand around, like Harry when he goes to the Quidditch World Cup with the Weasleys, you guys are all sitting around there, standing there, holding on to sundial, and you're standing there holding on to a sundial. Doesn't seem like anything's happening.
But does it feel good?
It's
Yeah,
cool and stony to the touch.
I told you no
feel
moaning.
Do we feel that same pulling sensation or no?
No, actually, that sensation is absent this time.
Is it a pushing sensation?
No.
Yeah, get away from me.
Is it we might as well take a rest situation?
That would be my next suggestion.
Sure.
Take a short rest, see if anything changes. If it doesn't, take a long rest.
Works for me.
Okay. So during the 45 minutes, hour that it takes for you guys to do a short rest, you keep checking on the sundial every once in a while. You look at it and then you think to yourself, "A watch pot never boils. Stop looking at it. We'll wait. We'll look." But the hour goes by and nothing seems to have changed.
What are we missing here? What are we not thinking about? We've covered our two options, either staying here and trying something with the sundial. We've also gone out into the paths again. Neither one of them really played out to the point we wanted to. What are we missing?
Fakjima, make a intelligence check for me.
I'm not good at those.
What if we all closed our eyes at the same time and just believed?
Tapped our heels together 3 times.
Yeah.
15.
15?
Yep.
Maybe the sundial and the paths aren't the only option. There's a third option. You've exercised it.
Fly over it?
Go into the shrubbery.
Why?
Why not?
I mean, I don't have an argument against that.
Resting didn't work. I wander into shrubbery.
You go through the hedge, and you guys don't see this because Fakjima has disappeared into shrubbery before. But Fakjima, you find yourself at the foot of the tower.
Bitches. I want to yell that loud enough where they hear it.
It's a big hedge maze.
Hey, do we hear that?
No.
Can I walk back through the shrubbery, say bitches, and then walk back through the shrubbery?
No. That's not the way the magic works.
JD just sits there and turns to Dr. Cox like, "Yeah, do you think he's calling us a bitch right now?"
I feel like my ears are burning.
Yeah. Perry just turns to him and goes like, "That's what I'm always saying about you."
Oh, what would that make my stealth right now? I'm curious.
All right, so we've had this option laid in front of us in an out of game way to the rest of the party. So how do we handle actually figuring this out ourselves?
I mean, eventually realize, sit there and start looking for Thok.
I have a plus 18 to stealth.
I will say, if you were to make an actual investigation check for which to look for Fakjima to see if he's actually still there or if it's just his if he's gone or if it's his personal form of taping tree branches to himself for camouflage.
Yeah, after about 20 minutes, like you said, there's a guy, and I'm done. I'm done waiting, and I'll investigate the shrubbery.
All right, go ahead and make an investigation check.
I can do these. 14.
14. So you look around, you don't see Thakjima, but you're not positive that he's actually gone. So you just start like grabbing the shrubbery and stuff. And as you like put your hand through, you don't feel the typical like scratchiness of the hedge. You feel like as though you've moved into another open space.
Guys, there's
And you
something
take
weird
your
about
arm
this
back.
brush.
No.
Yeah, I know, right? Magic maze. JD, come over here, and I just throw him through.
Do I notice this going on?
You definitely see Dr. Cox throw JD into the shrubbery, and much in the same manner as Thakjima, JD falls into the shrub, and you don't hear anything on the other side. Thakjima, you hear a small body hitting the ground and rolling, and you look behind you, and there's JD.
Well, at this point, since it's been 20 minutes, I'm hiding against shrubbery again.
Well, you still see him,
So
regardless if it's behind you or in front of you or whatever.
As I finish laughing, I look at Dr. Cox and I ask him, did we just figure out what the hell we're supposed to be doing here?
20 minutes after the fact, but yes.
Well, my intelligence stats might be pretty good, but it doesn't mean brightest bulb in the hedge maze.
Look, sometimes the right idea is the worst idea.
I guess we all go after JD then?
Certainly.
All right.
I'm the one that's been missing for 20 minutes, and they go after JD.
We trust you on your own.
Because we didn't see you
sure if you're there
disappear.
or not.
We didn't see Thakjima disappear, but we did see JD get thrown through the hedge.
Yeah,
That's true.
Also,
So I go over to Dr. Perry and I put his hand on the back of my collar and I ask him to do me next.
you're gonna want to be very careful where you say that.
Not a Cox quote, but still a good one. Albus, what are you doing?
Well, I think I'll just walk through that hedge. I don't need to be thrown or anything.
Oh, I would prefer if I did.
So,
That's nice, but I insist I walk on my own power, please.
I insist you don't, but go ahead.
So Albus, as you dodder through the hedge, I'm kidding. As you walk through the hedge, you see Xonthal's tower as you saw it from outside of the hedge maze. Only there's no hedge maze between you and the tower anymore. You actually notice the signs of a teleportation circle just outside of the tower.
Huh. Convenient.
Perry, I'm assuming you go through after Albus.
Yeah.
No, Derek, don't be so hard on yourself for not figuring this out. I'm much smarter than you, and I didn't figure it out.
After I get over the disappointment of Perry not wanting to do me, I walk through as well.
I'm sorry, I've got my ex-wife back home.
All right. You guys notice, so Albus is able to point out that there is a teleportation circle on the ground next to the tower. There's also a dead cultist below. You can see an actual balcony up on the tower, high up there, and there's a dead cultist on the ground below that.
Have you stand up yet, Corey, or no?
No, hang on. So I actually don't have one for outside of the tower. But okay, so behind you guys, looking back at the hedge maze, you see a straight path that leads directly to the sundial intersection, and another one behind that, and you can see the houses and huts and things like that of the Xonthal's Tower village.
Told you the earth was flat.
Okay, Kyrie Irving.
Alrighty. Well, we might as well go for the tower. Stealthily.
Anybody else hear Thok? I hear him. I don't see him.
What was that, Albus?
I think we've made enough enough noise now. I'm sure they know they're here. We're here anyways. Doesn't even matter.
I mean, sneaking is not something that I'd be very capable of doing. So if you guys want to go and zig, I'll zag and be the magnet if something happens.
Well, you figure if there's guards, you'd rather them not know which side we're coming from versus, the bright Vegas style sign of "we're here." But
I tap my armor and goes, everything about this is Vegas style.
that doesn't seem very Coxian to me.
Loud and ego-driven? It seems perfect.
But flamboyant and Elton John-ish?
Not really the direction we were going, but okay.
Or Elvis?
He was the king.
That's another Scrubs reference.
Hi.
Okay. Alrighty. So what are you guys doing?
Is there a door? Or is the teleportation circle the one that gets us in?
As best you can see, as you circle the tower, it takes you a few minutes, but there's no door on the exterior.
Holy, beam me up, Scotty.
So are you stepping out of the teleportation circle? Or are you waiting for...
Oh, you don't learn anything without trying, right?
Last time we said that, we almost sat there and split the party into 6 groups.
All right.
I'll wait first just so that they can see me turn into the fly.
Okay.
Yep. So, once again, doing my classic look around for the employee entrance.
Like I said, no doors.
What if I sat there and said I work here, and then does a door show up?
Nope.
No? Damn. All right. Teleportation circle it is then. Albus, would you like me to throw you into it?
No, what is with you and throwing people?
It's enjoyable.
You're a bouncer.
Is he only a bouncer if you bounce when he throws you?
Don't get with it with me, young man.
If it makes you feel better, I can skip you across the ground instead.
All right, I've had my fill of shenanigans. Into the circle I go.
Yep.
All right.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Thok, you get teleported as everyone else sort of follows you in. Whoever's last actually just gets teleported, despite the fact that they weren't even quite in the circle yet.
It's
That
JD.
means Crispin shows back up.
Middle of a daydream, just goes, we're going to need a lot of cotton balls.
All right. So you guys will want to scroll down to sort of in the middle of the map. It's like down and to the right, just a little bit of the area where you guys fought the animated armor. If you zoom way out on the map, you'll be able to see it. It's a circular room.
Mm-hmm. Just southwest of center.
Yeah. Dad, did you find it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Albus, you find it?
I'm a wizard. Of course I found it.
All right, then keep your secrets. All right. So as you guys enter this chamber, it's got 10-foot high ceilings. It's brightly lit by narrow windows and magic lamps. Let's see. The walls of this chamber bear exotic geometric designs representing feathers, eagles, and snakes, all rendered in a style you've never seen before. To one side of the room, a human female is sprawled face down in a pool of blood. She's dressed like a high-ranking member of the Cult of the Dragon.
Get out right at the good part.
I think we just found our contact.
Yeah.
This is a female. The person that wrote the letter was a male.
Mm.
Maybe she just had bad writing. It was male.
You said I cut out though, Albus.
Yes, when you were talking about a woman. As soon as there's a woman, I didn't hear anything.
Okay. There's a human female sprawled face down in a pool of blood. She's dressed like a high-ranking member of the Cult of the Dragon.
Is she okay?
No.
I'm gonna do. Yeah. If I had a phone, I'd call up our pathologist Doug to help me out with this other one. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna sit there and try to determine how she died. What wound did
Okay.
it?
Make a medicine check.
That is 17 plus 9, 26.
She was killed by a dragon-toothed dagger.
That's gotta be a big gaping wound.
One would think.
Is she naked?
In this room,
She's dressed
there
like a member
are.
of the cult
Why is he ignoring my question?
because he answered it previously.
No, I missed it. He cut out.
She's dressed like a member of the Cult of the Dragon. They wear robes.
Oh, I thought the ropes were on the side somewhere. I heard.
All right. So these like semicircles that are on the walls next to you guys, those are actually balconies that are 8 feet above the floor.
Balconies into the interior?
Yes, they're like balconies that overlook this room, basically.
Okay.
So,
Is there a ladder to get up there?
by any chance, is Abraham Lincoln here yelling at people to get on with the acting?
No.
Okay, good.
Only if you change your last name to Mud.
You hammering my ass? Stop hammering me in the ass. The young fledgling nation could not take such a national embarrassment.
So, might as well tear the room apart and see what all's here.
Yeah, let's look around, see what we can find.
All right. Go ahead and make. Let's have one of you make an investigation check with advantage.
Oh, I can do that. I have +8.
That would be the one to do it then.
All right. I have 26.
26. So you look around the room. You're able to, you look through every nook and cranny. You check under the chairs, under the table. You move the chairs in varying arrangements to see if maybe there's some sort of secret entrance or anything like that. But as far as you guys can tell, there's really nothing in this room apart from some wooden tables and chairs.
And a dead.
And a dead cultist who is stabbed by a dagger that is not there yet.
Does she got any gold on her?
She does not.
So,
Do
there's no
we see-
ladder leading up to the balcony and no other teleportation disc here?
Correct.
Ooh, I got an
Okay,
idea.
so-
How did you say the balconies were? The ledge?
They're 8 feet above the floor. Darius, you think looking at it, pretty easy to climb up there.
I'm gonna
Well,
go towards the cult member,
Okay.
and I'm gonna sit there and goes like, guys, we're gonna get everything we need to know about this room in just a minute, and I'm gonna cast Speak with Dead.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. How many questions do you get with that again?
Um,
I think it's 3 or is it 5?
Yeah, I think it's 3.
Until the spell ends, you can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. Knows
Okay.
only what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. Answers
Okay.
are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't ask it to help you read maps.
It's a very different character.
Okay. So you see, you start to see the chest rise and fall in kind of a rickety sort of like it catches, and then up and kind of like it's very, it does not look lifelike, but the chest is rising and falling.
Do you know who did this to you?
Iskander.
Question for the DM. Iskander was the person who wrote us the note, right?
Correct.
Okay. Does Iskander reside in the tower?
For now.
Where is the exit for this room?
The way you came.
Anybody else have questions?
2 questions left.
Mm-hmm.
This is a cat.
I mean, we could try and find out who killed it to know whether it was Iskander trying to stay alive, another cultist, or what.
That was his first question. He has 2 killed her. She said Iskander.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, here's the thoughts that I have though is we don't have to worry about what we show that we know, because it new memories can't be implanted into the person. So if somebody else casts that spell, we don't they don't learn anything.
Let's see here.
How do we get to the dormitory? Because what if I was too specific with the word exit?
You go up.
We could ask where Iskander is in the tower, or usually is.
I don't think she'd know that specifically. Because when I sat there and said, is Iskander still here? And she said, for now.
Well, if we get the information of where Iskander usually spends their time.
Also, Jay, I'll point you at the spell description. It can't learn new information, doesn't comprehend anything that has happened since it died, and cannot speculate about future events.
Yep. The one sentence I didn't read before.
Can it answer how do you get to the next level?
It can, but as was said before, answer is usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer.
So I was just thinking where Iskander usually is.
I have one idea. We can ask how many people are in the tower and get an idea of how many potential enemy targets we have.
Go for it. Worst thing that happens is it says I don't know.
Yep. How many people were under your charge?
None.
How do we not get to the next level?
That was the last
we're
question.
out of questions.
That was the last question. So as the corpse says none, the sort of rickety catching rise and fall of the chest stops, and it's just back to being a cold corpse laying in its pool of its own blood.
Yeah, I would have casted that again and give us more questions, but I'm down to my last 3rd level spell.
Also, the spell automatically fails if it's cast on a corpse that the spell has been used on in the last 10 days.
Oh yeah, the other sentence I didn't read.
All right, let's camp out in the room for 10 days.
No.
I'm going to sit in a chair and see if it teleports me anywhere.
You sit in a chair, and it is wooden and hard, and a chair, but nothing happens.
Okay, there's no trap door in the ceiling. How high is the ceiling?
Let's
Ceiling
climb
is 10
up to a
feet.
balcony.
Hey, Thok, if I give you my rope, could you fashion it into a grappling hook?
I have rope.
Okay, now part B of my question. Can we make a grappling hook and see if we can scale up to the balconies?
We can certainly try.
The balconies weren't very high. I'm sure that if one of us just stands on one of the chairs, we should have
I'm
no
going
problem.
back to the front entrance and saying 2nd floor, please.
You said it was like 8 feet up, right? No, yeah, we could just move the table.
Yeah, I'm 6'3" for this, so I should be able to get up there easily enough.
Well,
I mean, my high
before
jump's a
we,
little impeded with my armor.
before we were doing the speak with dead thing, that's what I was going to do. So
Mhm.
I
I'll help you move the table.
pull one of the chairs over to this balcony here and attempt to scale up into it.
Okay, hang on a sec. I'm reading something really quick.
I was gonna say you just broke the DM.
No, I thought he was reading.
And what is this area called? Audience. Okay. Oh. Okay. I get it. All right. So you guys climb up onto the balcony, right? You set up the tables and chairs and stuff to make a makeshift ladder kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So, the floor of the which side did you guys go up, left or right?
I went up on that side. Actually, it's not pinging. There it is.
Okay.
I would have followed suit.
Okay. So as you guys get up there, you see that there are like arcane sigils similar to the ones that demarked the teleportation circle outside of the tower. As you guys kind of like look around on the balcony, running your hand like along the railing and stuff, at one point your hand touches okay, you know what? I kind of fucked you guys on this one. Because I forgot to read something. So when you guys came in, this teleportation circle down here, it had a metal panel inscribed with symbols on the wall behind you. Because there are no stairs. Obviously, you guys noticed that there are no stairs. But there are several symbols, right? So one currently highlighted on it is a chair. There is another symbol next to that, which is a pair of chairs. One is an upside down L, a rectangle, a flame, a star, a square, an hourglass, and a right triangle.
All right, can you give that to me one more time? So you have chair, 2 chairs.
Mm-hmm.
And this is all going
Upside
clockwise?
It's basically like a square metal panel, so it's like just a series of glyphs.
It's a Stargate?
So
it's a Stargate.
Kind of. So you said you had chair, 2 chairs. Did you have upside down L?
Now I do.
Okay. Rectangle.
Mm-hmm.
Flame.
Okay.
Star.
Okay.
Square.
Mm-hmm.
Hourglass.
Okay.
And right triangle.
So there's 2 squares on there.
What do you mean?
So going clockwise on this. Chair, 2 chairs, upside down L, square, flame, star, square, hourglass, right triangle.
First one's a rectangle.
Rectangle as opposed to square, okay.
How do you know if it's an upside down L? Is it a capital one?
Yes.
Oh, if a small L would look the same.
How many of them are lit up?
Just the one, and it's a chair.
Well, shall we go to 2 chairs?
Okay, which the next symbol that's next to the one that's lit?
2 chairs.
2 chairs it is.
That could probably be second floor.
Second chair.
You know, and I stood over here, and how I just noticed this panel now.
Nobody turned around.
All right. So you guys want to touch so basically touching a symbol causes it to glow softly. So That's what you guys want to do? Touch a symbol and go somewhere?
Yep.
Is everyone going to be in the teleportation circle?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Which symbol are you touching?
2 chairs,
I
wasn't
say
it?
we just go all the way to the top and do the star.
There were ones after the star.
Rectangle would be that might be a symbol for a bed. It might be the dorm.
And I was thinking the flames might be like a conjuring chamber. Or a spell practice.
Or an incinerator.
What the hell? I don't know about you guys, but I'm enjoying this mystery.
Yeah, I think the only way we're gonna go is to get some level of acceptably lost.
And bearings. It's the only way we're gonna get our bearings.
Which symbol seems the least dangerous?
2
2
chairs.
chairs.
All right, 2 chairs.
Okay. So as you touch the 2 chairs symbol, it glows briefly. It looks like you might have been a little bit off center when you touched it, and the left chair is glowing. And a few seconds later, you guys are teleported up to the balcony on the left.
Well, that explains it. We teleported to the peanut gallery.
Are there
And to
symbols
prove
up
this
here?
concept, I just shifted over to the right chair of that symbol.
What?
So to make sure it's exactly what I think it is, I shift it over.
So up on this balcony, upon first glance, there isn't there's no panel on the wall. But as I kind of led this already, there's actually underneath the railing. And so you want to touch the right chair?
Yes.
Okay. You touch the right chair. A few seconds later, you guys pop up on the other balcony.
Well, I think I know what these chairs do.
Are they in, like, what is it kind of like an elevator panel where it's,
Sort of.
okay. What's to the right of the 2 chairs?
Upside down
An
L.
upside down L.
You want to try it?
Fuck it.
Let's do it.
Well,
Let's not do it.
do we have to just try it and see and end up where we don't have an idea of what we're walking into, or do we try and
With how much this,
symbols?
I mean, we can try and decode them. Is there any kind of a reference in the room?
You guys turned the room over. There really wasn't anything in there.
We can ask Mr. Wizard to see what he can make for these arcane sigils.
From what you can tell, the place where you are is an audience chamber.
So what I'm getting is Corey fucked us really hard, and we could have asked the dead guy what these symbols were.
Not necessarily. It didn't have to answer. It might not have known.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there was a chance.
She do. Yes.
She might not know what all of them are.
But we could have at least gotten something.
Look,
So-
you guys also blew a question assuming that she was someone who was in charge and that they're not all high-ranking cultists here.
This is true.
Yeah.
But we
So,
did,
I mean,
we did learn
there's
that
that.
there was some chain of command, and her dying did not disrupt it.
True. Or if she
she's
could have been the
lying
only
on
one
her
here because you guys asked how many were underneath her and maybe she was the bottom person here or maybe she was the only one here. She said 0.
Or maybe
You don't
she's
know?
thinking of this literally, and we were on the bottom floor of the tower.
I did take you
it's-
literally on the exit thing.
Fuck it. Upside down L.
Let's see where that
Whatever.
goes.
All right. So, Thok, you press the upside down L and you guys are moved. And for this one, you'll be scrolled over just a little bit to the left here. Come on now. All right. So, this area,
There's inhabitants.
Yep, there's people now.
so you are inside a circular chamber with a closed door. The door and wall of the room is made of thin, unpolished steel, and the door swings open. So the door swings outward if a simple latch is turned.
Is there one of those panels in this room as well, or no?
Yes.
Okay.
So so you guys are all actually in. Am I on the map? No. So you guys are all like actually in this little room.
Right.
And all of the other people here are. You can't see them.
Does it make any kind of noise when we teleport?
The book does not specify, and I would say no, based on what the rest of this description says.
Although JD is doing boop, boop the entire time.
Every time we teleport.
Yep.
But let's end there today, and we'll pick up next time we play.
You're no fun.
Great.
I thought for sure you were going to say roll initiative.
Sometimes ideas just pop around in your head, just like a teleporter would. Whether your idea is dumb, smart, or somewhere in between. And what we learned today is that ideas can be all three.